Hey there, this is Becky from Mini Mosaic Acre, and this is the season where we have to pay special attention to our poultry. So over the winter they've all been cooped up, and in the spring we like to check to make sure that they do not have mites, and if they do have mites then we will treat them for the mites, and we clean out their bedding and so forth. So I thought I would just show you how we check for mites to make sure that they're okay, and then maybe let you in on some of the entertainment as the kids take turns dipping. Now we did this a week ago with the chickens, and then now we're going to do it again. It's been exactly a week. So let me show you how we check for mites. Okay, so Anna here is going to catch a chicken for us so that I can show you how to check for mites. Anna, will you grab one of those chickens? So each one of these hens has a rooster that they belong to. So if the chickens start squawking, the roosters come for the rescue. Okay, Anna, can you bring it out here? I'll grab that for you. Can somebody shut that for her? Okay, here, you can hold the camera, Nevaeh. Okay. So to check our poultry, we will usually take them and turn them upside down. They're a bit more docile like that. Make sure you have the wings tight and that they're pulled up close to your body. And then their vent is right here, and you're going to be wanting, can you zoom in closely? You're going to want to be separating feathers, and you're going to be wanting to make sure you don't get too close and that make sure it stays focused. Nevaeh is being my camera gal today. So you have to get through all these fluffy feathers, and you are looking for the vent, which is where they lay eggs from, and also where their feces comes from. So this is the vent of the chicken, and that is typically where the mites will congregate around. So I start to peel back feathers around the vent area, looking for mites. So you can see their skin clearly, and you can also see the bottom of the feathers. And I just continue to dig around in those areas to find mites. Okay, so right here in this portion right here, I don't know if you can see, Nevaeh, can you zoom in can you get close right to the base of that and it still stay clear? Okay, so right there, if you can see, there are at the bottom of this feather right here, you can see like a little bit of crustiness. It is where eggs are for the mites. So when we dipped them last week, there were mites, and that dip took care of those mites. And so now we're dipping once again to make sure that anything that has hatched out between now and then are also taken care of so that the chickens will not have mites. So currently these chickens do not have mites. So you're able to look through the feathers, and you're able to see really well at the base, look thoroughly to see if there is anything moving around. So mites look like kind of similar to fleas. They're usually red in color, and they are crawling around very quickly underneath the skin here. So these chickens are clean and free of that. Okay, Nevaeh, I'm going to have you pause it so that I can show people how to dip a chicken. Okay, so we have an automatic door for the chickens to come in and out of, and we have to open it, and then we put a board over it to make sure that chickens cannot escape, because we have to catch them one by one, dip them, and then put them in there so we can make sure that all of them are dipped. Okay, there's a multitude of different things that you can use to dip the chickens in so that they are so that it takes care of mites if you have mites. There's usually a holding period, so we will not be able to collect eggs for a while, and that's just part of it. The chickens though will be much healthier all season, and they will not have they won't have any of the health problems related to mites. Mites cause a reduction in egg laying. They will get light colored combs. They will just be very prone to getting sick, and they will develop anemia if it gets bad enough, and can even die. But anyhow, so in this bucket we have water and the what we chose to dip them in, and Rachel is going to be the designated dipper. She has these gloves on that go all the way up to her shoulders so that she is not going to be getting that on her skin. And then Nevaeh is the chicken catcher. She's pretty good at that. She helped me do that last week. She was really fast. And then Anna is going to be the one that guards the hole, opening it and shutting it whenever the chickens are finished being dipped. So Nevaeh, go ahead and catch one for Rachel. Whenever you go to dip the chickens, you have to make sure you hold the feathers or the wings. You need to hold the wings very closely, and then like tight to the side, and then you put their tail and their feet in first, and of course you don't dip their head. I'm gonna see if I can zoom in a bit more on this. Let's see. Okay, Rachel. So in goes Miss Henny Hen, and I usually rub the underside of the belly to make sure that that you get all of the places. All right, and that's all there is to it. And so then you take the dripping chicken, and we then take her over, and then we put them in the coop, and then she's taken care of for the year. So that's all there is to it. So this is Rachel, this is Nevaeh, and that's Anna, and they are a very important part of Mini Mosaic Acre. This place wouldn't run without them. So they are going, we'll say goodbye as the rest of all of these little critters get dipped for the season. Thank you for watching us. If you like us, just hit the follow button down below. We have a very curious hen here. Just hit the like and follow button down below. Oh, one other tip I forgot to tell you about is it does make it a little bit easier if you will take all of your roosters and dip them first and put them in. Then you don't have to constantly watch your back while you're dipping the hens. Thank you for watching. This is Becky at Mini Mosaic Acre.